Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Kids. So today we're going to be looking at repetition and loops. Let's get started. So the best thing about being able to program is their computers are great at doing things repetitively. Humans, not so much. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, loops are a great way to kind of deal with that repetition. Now, they basically have this kind of structure here. So we do something like for var I is equal to 0, and then we want, so we initiate our, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. So first off, we have our for loop, we have these parentheses, and then we have this for, or var I, so we're initiating a variable. Okay, then we have a test case. Okay, so we'll say something like for I less than 5, and then we have an update. Okay, and so that would be something like I plus plus. Okay, and that's to just add 1 to the end. And then we have squiggly brackets here, or curly brackets, however you want to call them. And then we have our statement. Okay, and our statement in here would be something like maybe we do console log I. Okay, and so let me zoom out and let's hit play here. And you can see this will actually, because we're in the draw function, that draw function is constantly going around. So if we only want this to run once, let me pull this and let me put it up here in the setup function. And let me maybe tidy the code up a little bit. All right, so now you can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is actually very interesting about this. Okay, so let's kind of go through this as it were, just with let me zoom out a little bit more and maybe zoom in. I guess that's going to have to do. So first off, we initialize this var is equal to I, so I is equal to 0, and then we go through and we check, is I less than 5? It's true, so we're going to actually print or do this console log statement, okay? That's perfect. Then we're technically adding 1. Once it's run this statement, we're going back to the top. Now I is equal to 1. 1 is less than 5. Great, so we're going to use the print statement for 1. Then we're going to go back around after adding 1. 2 is less than 5, so we print, and again, so on and so forth, all the way up to where we have 5. But notice it is not including 5 in here because we told it to stop at I is less than 5. Okay, so once I is equal to 5, we come back around to say, is I less than 5? False, then it's going to stop. If you want to include 5, we need to add the equal sign to it. Whoops. And then we will have 5 in there, and it'll go through with that loop. Now, how do we actually use this in some sort of useful format for us for making drawings, okay? Well, let's actually go about this, and let's make maybe something very simple, okay? So let's, we have this nice 400 by 400 square with us. So let's zoom in. Right there will do. And let's go on and make some circles, okay, or some ellipses. So for I is equal to, var I is equal to 0. I is less than or less than, you know what, we'll actually do this even a little bit more cleanly than before, okay? I'm going to stop it from running, so it'll stop that. So let's actually do something like for var. Now, sometimes we use let in here with the newer versions. I'm just going to stick with kind of a standard version. Var, and let's say x is equal to 0. I is less than, or x is less than width. And then we'll do something like x plus equal 10. okay? And so what we're doing here is we're going to be going through a loop and making several circles, okay? So maybe now we'll do something like ellipse x, y, let's say is 100 by 50 by 50. And you know what? We want these to be spaced out a little bit more. So let's do 100. So let's run this. And notice here a couple things. All right, so I said we want x to equal 0. So that first time that it is 0, x is off the screen here. I don't like that, okay? I want this to all be a little bit over. So then the best thing to do is actually maybe make this at x is equal to 10. Maybe x is equal to 50. And so now we actually have these nice 4 circles there. This is great, okay? Maybe now we want to have some squares going down the middle, okay? So we can do that as well. So we can do another loop and do something like for var y is equal to 50, y is less than height, y plus equal 100 here, and then we'll do rectangle x, let's say is width over 2, and then y is y, and we'll make this 50 by 50. And I don't like the way that that's going, so let's change here to be height over 2 as well, and then let's change this to maybe 10. Okay, now again, it's not exactly pretty or perfect by any means, but you can see what we're doing here is we can have a lot of different shapes going and having all of these nice repeats. So this is basically several ways to do our loops statements. We can also do a couple other things such as making checkerboards or doing all kinds of things with inner loops, those types of things. But we'll leave that for the next time. If you guys like this, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.